So, a repeatable week for triathlon training is a structure to your training that allows you to repeat the same workouts on the same days, week in and week out. This type of training can work for athletes from beginner triathletes doing a sprint all the way up to Ironman athletes, preparing for long events. It won't work for every athlete out there. Folks that travel a lot or athletes that work shift schedules will need to move things around, and I'll talk about ways to address that at the end of the video. An example of a repeatable week is to swim on Monday, run Tuesday, bike Wednesday, run Thursday, swim Friday, and then longer bike with a short run on Saturday or Sunday, with the other weekend day being off. So a sprint athlete could be swimming 1,000 to 1,500 yards Monday, running 2, 3, 4 miles Tuesday, biking 45 minutes on Wednesday, running another 3 or 4 miles on Thursday, and then swimming about the same Friday. Saturday or Sunday, the bike would be a little longer, hour, hour and a half, with a 10 to 20-minute run off the bike. So that obviously doesn't address things like strength and conditioning, as well as yoga or Pilates. And so we're going to talk about how to work those into a schedule. A Ironman or half Ironman athlete, for a different example, might be swimming 3 to 4,000 yards on Monday, running 6 to 8 miles steady, let's call it, on Tuesday, biking 2 to 3 hours on Wednesday. Now, if you're just getting into this, I know that sounds like a lot, but if you're training for an Ironman, you do need to put in some volume. Thursday, that might be the long run in a few scenarios, or it could be a tempo interval run, and then swimming another 3 or 4,000 Friday, and then Saturday or Sunday, again, if we're keeping to a 6-day week, would be quite a long ride, anywhere from the 3 to 5 hour range, with a 20, 30, 45-minute run off the bike. For a repeatable week that you're willing to train 7 days a week and or add double days, meaning you work out twice on a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, you have a lot more options. For an athlete with that sort of schedule or ability to train, you might be swimming Monday, potentially with some strength as a separate workout, or added on after the swim, which I know a lot of athletes do. Tuesday could be an easy bike with a run. Wednesday might be a third swim. Finally, we get that third swim in for the week, and then a bike. Thursday, run and strength. Friday, maybe an easier day, just swimming. And then Saturday, Sunday, long ride, long run sort of schedule. For those of you who are time limited and you really only have time for one session per day during the week, my advice is to include yoga or strength within the workout where you do like an easy run or an easy swim. So back to the similar structure, Monday we swim and then do 15 or 20 minutes of strength. And then on Thursday we run, maybe let's make that the easy run for the week, and we do a 20 or 30 minutes strength or yoga on that day. That way you're addressing some of the issues that happen if you don't do strength and conditioning, which is a completely separate subject. For you athletes that just can't stick to a regular schedule, you travel a couple times a week for work, or your shift is constantly moving around, the way to work that is figure out what are your hardest and longest sessions of the week. Typically, that's going to be your long bike and your long or interval run. Plan those out as well as you can, and then place everything else around it. That's really the only way that I've found is effective to approach a irregular schedule. Now, with a repeatable week, you can adjust the time or duration and the intensity or effort throughout the season to make sure it fits with the timing of the season. For those of you familiar with, the base, build, and peak phases, uh, your week structure can stay the same, but your time and intensity change, right? So in the base, everything is mostly easy, steady. You want to keep up with some short speed work. The build and peak phase will have more intensity, more time. So your length or duration would increase in those phases. So that's my take on it. I found it works for 90% of athletes. Some people do need things to change around to mix it up, which is totally fine. But if you're looking for a plan that you can stick to week in and week out, figure out a repeatable week that works for you. When you're training for a triathlon, you may not be able to do the ideal 3 or 4 workouts per sport per week. You just have to accept that there's some time limitations there. So swimming twice in general is going to be okay unless you really need to improve your swim. Biking twice in general is going to be okay. Granted, you will hit a plateau at some point with that sort of approach. And running, if the third run is only a 10 or 20-minute run, that's fine. When you get into really competitive half Ironman sort of training, or even high level Olympic distance race, you will need to commit more time and add in some more doubles, right? And the doubles is where you can make some more bang for your buck. That's a summary. I hope it helps. Thanks.